was actually kind of the problem.
But no, I mean, it sort of reminds me of like, it's almost as if these Amazon managers and like all the way up to Bezos is like they went back to the early 20th century and they read like the old, like truly true, like you want to get to like the true raw like principles of scientific management, and just the idea that like, no, you know what the worker is? The worker is just this like thing that we can like what we really want to do is find out how to get like the optimum amount of energy out of this thing that like, and then eventually it will die, but like we just want to make sure that we can get the most out of it. It's like they read that stuff and they're like, yeah, here's how much like pig iron like a person can like carry, and like, except what they did was they dressed it up with like, what's great is like after with the new robots that will cause a variety of injuries by causing your productivity demanded productivity rate to go up to like 400 items per hour from 100. You're going to have more time to like think and create and like be with family. And like also Amazon is IWW now, except we have better potlucks. Just it's like they just like took the 90s like pastiche of like liberal culture and they're like, what would go really well with this is just the old school like man at work time motion study.
Yeah, they just like went to the occult section of the management and self-help bookstore or something and just found like a copy of this like standards in management textbook, but that has just been hollowed out with the Necronomicon inside of it or something.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is an obvious point, but I think it's really worth stating that there is absolutely no amount of money or fair wage for the work that Amazon or like the productivity circumstances that Amazon puts its employees in, because like, the entire business model at this point is based on this idea that their workers are highly disposable because they have this really complex system of like measuring, doling out merit points, doling out demerits. They claim that the system is like really strictly designed so as to avoid bias, which is like, yeah, right. And it's really interesting because their whole measuring system of like how they demerit and allocate like, I don't know, like warnings on employees in order to justify firing them eventually because workers are so disposable. They have this whole thing where they keep talking about like, oh, this worker's really positive. Or workers who are really positive aren't engaging in union activity. You got to be on the lookout for the negative workers.
Yeah, and absolutely.
To the point that they've got like this program called the installments program. And stall is all capitals in this, the way they write it, which is basically that in every single bathroom in the facility, they post up messaging with like quotes from Jeff Bezos about unions and quotes about negativity. And a lot of the union organizers who've been fired over the years at Amazon, when they're terminated, like their paperwork says like overly negative attitude.
To hear the full episode, become a patron at patreon.com/deathpanelpod. You'll get access to this and the rest of our catalog of patron-only episodes, and be the first to get a new patron episode every Monday when it drops. With love, the Death Panel.